Hi guys, welcome back to my episode. This is the last part of my part 3 of Genius and Ingenious Things. So I have a list of things that I feel like were well thought of and really would serve the purpose for a day or two, and then you realize you really don't need it because it's making your work not so much easier. It's really just making your work harder than it should be. Yeah, so there's so many other things out there as well that are not on my list, but this, I just feel like there are some of the things that stood out for me. Yeah, so number 1 is a crib that has a car-like feel. So yeah, there's something like that out there. So it's a crib that basically has like all these car lights and the vibration of the car, like it feels like you're inside the car. So yeah, I get where this came from, because babies mostly like want to, especially like for newborns, they want to sleep when they're in the car. And when your baby is colicky and you're trying everything and there's nothing that's working, this you'd pour your money and yeah, get it. But I don't know, it's like when I remember when my baby was a newborn and she'd be crying at night, and I'm thinking, maybe what if you just like do around the block and see if she'll sleep. But then I'm like, okay, if we do this today, we'll have to do it tomorrow, and the next day, like, we'll become dependent on it. The baby will become dependent on it. Like, that's just so scary. So for me, like, I thought this is a genius invention, but it can be very scary because you don't know when they'll stop. Maybe this will be like the routine. They won't sleep unless they have this. Yeah, so number 2 is a wet Hypoma. So I obviously have the wet Hypoma, and for the first few days, it really made so much sense to me, and I loved it, and it served the purpose. Until you realize how much energy you have to spend, like having to disconnect it. Sometimes I'll put it, after using it, I'll just forget it there. And then the next time I want to use it, I remember I didn't connect it to the charger, to the socket, and now the wet wipes are not wet. Remember, you've removed the wet wipes from a very nice, safe, hygienic place. Now you're transferring them into this tin that's not so hygienic, or maybe, I don't know, like, it's like removing hand wash from the hand wash bottle and pouring it into another bottle, and then now you can only use it when you're inside the house. So when you're out there with your baby, you obviously can't use the wet Hypoma because you have to, it only keeps the wet wipes warm when it's connected to the socket. So now when you're out there, your baby uses the cold one. So then I thought, if they're going to use the cold ones half the time, so why not just them use the cold ones? Like, the wet Hypoma is... And then there are certain diapers, I used to feel like when they are wet, they tend to just tear. Like, they become like cotton, just pull. Yeah, so I didn't think it would be a sustainable thing to use. But now it's just somewhere. But yeah, I don't use it anymore. But it's I feel like the wet Hypoma is a very nice thing to gift someone. But it's just not sustainable. You'll get tired of it at some point. And then number 3 is a changing table. I have this as well. So the reason why I don't use it, it's because wherever it is, I won't be moving around with it. So wherever it is, it's stationed there. So can you imagine, like, every time I have to change my baby's diaper, I have to go there and change the diaper. Or if it means then I come with it to the living room, and then at night I go with it to the bedroom. Like, you're not helping me, you're not making my life easier. Then now I'm just having to move around with you, like, really. And then, like, just changing on the couch or changing on the bed is so much easier than having to put the baby on the changing station. And then can you imagine when your baby is bigger? Like, now the stage my baby is at, like, she won't stay still during a diaper change. Like, she'll want to move around. Imagine, like, she just turns and drops. Like, yeah, for me, I didn't even like it from the very get-go. Like, I was like, nah, I think I just got it so that I can be using it to wash her. So instead of bending the first few days of postpartum, so instead of bending my back, so I can just stand and wash her. And then, yeah, with time, really just makes no sense. And then the last one is a diaper bin. So I have it as well again. So I used it for a few days, and then I realized, one, it's very expensive, because remember, you have to keep changing the cassettes. So it's very expensive. And then it still does what a trash bag would do if you had it. Like that, and I feel like it's more hygienic if you just, every time you're changing a diaper, you dispose it immediately, like tie it in a trash bag and then throw it away. So that made more sense to me than having the diaper bin, because then the diapers would stay there for long, and then by the time you're removing them, they stink, and then the stink still remains in the diaper bin. So till today, like when I open it, like you can still smell the diapers. Like, I don't know, it's a genius invention, but I just feel like it's not sustainable. Yeah, so those are the few things that to me don't make sense. If there's anything on the list I haven't added, please let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and see you in my next episode. Bye.